Hello everyone, and as I promised before, I'll tell you much more interesting stuff for talents who decide to come to the India, work as models, actors, or stunt, or dancers, or musicians, or whatever. So in this video I wanna mention only one thing, some jobs what you shouldn't accept. Basically, yes, you can, but I'm not suggesting. I try to explain in details why. So here, and not only here, basically it can be in other countries as well, like in China, Thailand, whatever, but with different names, and it's quite rare. In India, it's I saw it more often. So let's say you might see some advertisement needing models or talents or dancers or musicians for Lakshmi Puja ritual, or only puja or some ritual. So everything what contains some words ritual, it's already suspicious, but it might be with completely different names. Okay, let's tell you about the Lakshmi Puja. Basically, nothing wrong with that. Lakshmi is one of the god. It's here like a lot of gods and people love it, and people really love them. So basically, the celebration is, it might be like happen literally in any day. It's up to you, but mostly people celebrate it in October. So celebration is pretty simple. You bring some food to the gods and some fruits, give them some flowers, and make some kind of shows for them. Basically, something like shamans do to the spirits. So you do the singing, the dancing, some kind of preparation, some kind of performance. And basically, in the temples, it's pretty much the same. Sometimes people celebrate it like in a city, somewhere on a stage, where they do some kind of show, and sometimes they invite models and dancers for the shows, and it's absolutely fine, nothing wrong with it. But in our world, unfortunately, all of the people is good. And some people just give for another things the different names what people familiar with, and said, oh, it's fine, I will be agreed. But in reality, it's something different. So I try to explain you as much as I can what you might be aware of. So sometimes people try to find other people, usually foreigners, usually people good looking, energetic, and so on. I don't know why, maybe it's more valuable or so, for kind of ritual, for make them karma better, make health better, take your energy off, and so on. And you know, it's kind of like sacrifice you. It doesn't matter you believe in something or not. It really not matter with your belief system. If you like really are atheistic, it's fine. But if someone just wanna hire you for sacrifice you for something, even like not for real, I don't think so. You need to contact with such people, and better if you block them straight away. I got a few messages like in a social network was really suspicious when I start to ask questions. People don't want to answer it, and they give like different answer, not exactly what I asking for. So I just block them for not waste my time. But after I met another people who said there wasn't really strange things and so on, and after I tried to search and I found much more information about, but majority of people, they have no clue. Even the locals, even people who work with a good agency, most of good agencies, good agents, they never sign up for any shit like that. So they will never will know anything about it. So it's like completely different, let's say, environment where people work. Okay, so if someone wanna sacrifice you, like whatever the money pay for you, I don't know. I just suggest you just get rid of it. Okay, first thing first, what's the worst scenario? The worst scenario what can be, it's a ritual for soul it's ritual for sell or exchange your soul, or just give your soul to certain gods, spirits, or any other creature. And main thing in this case, you need to say on any language. So always, if something really suspicious, you can ask what that means. You need to say you agreed to the certain things, or you agreed to what the man will say. So you give your agreement to someone will do or someone will say, and after like shaman or black magician and MC, but everything will be looks pretty normal, like some shooting or event or whatever. And they can make some spells, they give your soul to some spirits or whatever. And for spirits, this world like not much difference like computer reality, and they can do everything for that people. But in your case or case of that people, it might be a big problem after the death. It also depends from your belief system, so I'll approach to the conclusions later. Another thing, it might be not so bad, but also it's not good at all. It's another ritual when they take from participants the energy, or they take the health. Let's say with the customer, they exchange the health. Someone in really bad health, his mom or grandfather or whatever, they take some people for the ritual, take the health and give it to the parents. Or exchange the luck. Someone have really bad luck or curse on their family or anything else, and they need another people for sacrifice, for exchange the luck with them, or so on. It can be like literally anything. About the soul and your mind, so sometimes they even can swap your mind with the demons. So demons can come in some people's minds. So probably you've seen some films, read some books, science fiction, but everything might be not really science fiction. And I'm super skeptical about everything, so I try to make some research and find any information. But even it will be probability of 1%. I'll try to skip it. Just if you have 1%, you might get really big problem. Just better to skip it and find another job. So they might swap your mind with someone else. So your mind will go away, who knows where, and some demon will be possessed your body, or there will be two minds in one body, who knows. And same if they just want to give your health to someone or whatever. Here you even might be not give your agreement. So if you come to the certain place, you already agreed with that. Or if they give you money, as they give you money, it means kind of agreement, you agreed with that. So sometimes they propose like pretty small money, like $100 and so on for the show, and sometimes they give you like really big money, like $1,000 or $5,000, and say, okay, just some really suspicious show and few $1,000s, why not? So if you came somewhere and everything looks really strange, in my previous videos I explained everything like basic stuff, so the new talents about the castings and everything, how it's gone, and probably videos about shootings in other country for people who already in this industry, they know about shooting and so on. So probably if you're not the first day on a set, on a fashion show or whatever, you already know how it's look like and how it's supposed to be. So if everything looks like really suspicious, just feel free to say goodbye to everyone and leave. So same rituals, it's quite popular in Vietnam and Thailand and especially China, and have like various of different names, but all of them with a similar meaning. So if they said like it's a like background job or like acting job or something, and it's just only few of you, only one there, and like everything's really suspicious, just be really careful. I found only few people who've been in such places, and they said it was really freaking out and was everything really strange, and like strange look people that's reading some strange mantras, and they just left, hopefully. So I hope they find. And who will watch my traveling videos, I explain like a lot of stuff about the black magic and so on, and different places I visit. I try to visit some shamans as I learn a religion stuff, and about the shamanism, what is pretty common in all of the countries. In India, I found some as well, but most of majority people not really want to talk to such kind of people, because have a black magician who not really caring for money. They can make like someone fell in love to another person, or take them health out, or even make them die, and so on and so on. So problem is mostly no one speak English, and translation it's give quite weird meaning, but anyway you can understand what's going on. So this time when I talked to one of them who called them same shaman, but they not look like it's normal like village people, and they do like healing and try to read future, not many special things. But if you ask them about some curses and some rituals, they know about it. So I ask, is it like true, and is it like really some people do the certain stuff? So what man said, so it's like really popular, especially people who have money. They can invest for get even more money. So they like sold the souls to different spirits. So spirits, they do like everything for them. They get like super popular, and they got like a lot of prosperity, and so on and so on. And some people who like really desperate and they in really bad health, they but have a lot of money, they try to do certain things like for improve it. And also a lot of rituals. So when I explain about Akhori, but it's not usually Akhori not do such stuff, but they have a pretty bad reputation, because in their culture they have that ritual what they done like really long time ago. But usually it's do some black magicians. So they find some poor man, like homeless or whatever, or sick man, and need to kill him. So usually they just stop him breathing, and until he dies, they make some kind of spell and make his soul work on a certain man. Basically, you can do your own simple research and easily can see how many young, good-looking, success, rich people die every year from accidents, suicides, and so on. Particular this information don't have any relation to what I said before. I show you just an example. So yeah, people suicide from maybe the drugs abuse or depression and so on. So basically, yeah, even rich, success, popular people have a stress. So basically everyone on the same level, doesn't matter you're poor or rich, famous or not. So I just simply type some basic information what easily can find in research, but you can look much deeper and you'll find much more for sure. So it's many cases here, and we can only guess why they died. It's just an accidents or drugs abuse or any other reason. Maybe someone had a problem with the agent and they didn't want to pay and kill them, and so on. And maybe was killed with jealousy. So it's thousands of reasons. But it's so big amount of people, so maybe some of them have some kind of relationship to the things I explained before. But it's no proof, it's just a guessing, so I just provide different information, and it's maybe just my fly of imagination, what I based on different stories what I heard before. Of course I might be wrong, and only you can make a certain conclusions. But let's say some countries like of course different countries have different traditions, like in Africa, Latin America, or let's say in Asia. I still have traditions like imprisonment someone's soul to the black doll, and such service might cost just $1,000. So you can buy a baby soul from temple when baby die, and monk can put a baby soul to with a bone to the medallion, and you can buy it in the market easily, and it's quite popular and cost about $1,000 to $3,000. And such rituals, I would say, quite strange. Yeah, and it might cost just $1,000. Just imagine someone's life costs just $1,000. So, okay, you don't need to believe in certain stuff. I'm really skeptical about as well. It's just piece of interesting information for you, and if something unusual will happen in your life, at least you might be prepared. So I hope it was quite informative and something new for you, and believe me, next videos will be interesting as well. So see you next time.